back up, okay? Gentlemen, would you like to join us? Thank you, Ted. Lovely Ted. Thank you again so much for coming this morning. For those that come every year, it's so nice to see you all again. For those who are new faces to us, please, first of all, welcome, and we would love to see you back anytime. I'm going to turn the show over to Tim White, our Veteran Service Officer, and again, thank you all so much for coming.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I've met a fair amount of you. For those of you that I haven't met, my name is Tim White. I'm the town's Veteran Service Officer. I started last January, early February. Been in the job now, so I've learned a lot. Been to various trainings. They make me take 3 certification tests for the job. So, you learn everything through repetition. So, just so everybody knows, I'm part-time with the town, and my hours are typically Mondays and Tuesdays. So feel free. I have business cards as well to pass out if you need a business card, if you'd like to come meet and talk or something like that about whatever your personal situation is. Please feel free, give me a call. We'll set a meeting, and I'll do my best to help you out. I want to thank Mary for the invite this morning, and I want to thank, we have the town administrator, Mike McHugh here, State Rep Josh Cutler here as well. So I want to thank all of them. I want to thank all the veterans for showing up. I talked to Paul Finch with the American Legion. So I know there's a good contingent here from the Hanson American Legion and maybe some other American Legions too. So welcome, thank you for coming and enjoying the breakfast.
This is the Hitching Post provided this breakfast, and our friends group sponsored this, so
that's great. So thank you. Very good, great French toast. I didn't know the Hitching Post did breakfast.
Oh no, only for us.
The power. So anyway, in just a little bit, we'll get going. But first, I understand Ernie Jutras, you'd like to do a blessing.
My name is Ernie Jutras. I'm a chaplain. I'd like to read your Veterans Day prayer. Oh God, as we gather here in humble recognition of your divine presence, we beseech you to usher into our world of confusion and doubt the peace and tranquility which alone can come from you. Bless and protect our nation. Be merciful to our honored dead, the memory of whose valor, courage, and heroism inspires us to noble action and to eternal vigilance in the presence of our priceless liberty and of inalienable rights to enduring happiness. Guide and direct our minds to a thorough understanding of our duties to you, our country, and to one another. Awaken in our hearts the desire and the will to accomplish the ideals for which this nation exists, so that out of our determination and endeavor there may emerge a better world. A world founded upon faith and understanding. A world dedicated to preserving the individual rights and dignity of man. A world of tolerance and justice. A world intended on loving and serving you, our Lord and Master. Amen.
Amen.
Cover.
Ladies and gentlemen, now, if you'd please stand, I'd like to do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce State Representative Josh Cutler to read the Governor's proclamation.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you to all of our veterans. I want to read this proclamation. Before I do, I just wanted to echo the words from Tim. Our office is here to help as well, and I hope you'll consider us a resource if you need any assistance in any way, but certainly with veterans issues. We're fortunate that here in Massachusetts we have some of the most generous veterans benefits really in the country, thanks to all of you. And if you need help navigating them, applying for them, getting over roadblocks, whatever the case may be, go to Tim or come to us, and we're here to help. So please don't be shy. So thank you to all our veterans. Without further ado, I'd like to read this proclamation from Governor Baker. Whereas, since the Commonwealth's colonial days, thousands of men and women have served our country in defense of freedom and liberty. And whereas, on November 11th, 1918, armistice was signed in the forest of Compiègne by the Allied nations and Germany, ending World War I, the war to end all wars, after 4 years of conflict. And whereas, since that day, every November, people from around the nation have gathered to honor our veterans. And whereas there are approximately 388,000 veterans living in Massachusetts. And whereas today we are reminded of the great sacrifices and contributions our veterans have made to our country. And whereas we honor and salute those who served our country throughout the generations with honor, patriotism, and courage. And whereas it is appropriate that all Massachusetts citizens remember the bravery of those who served, so that their dedication and sacrifice serve as a reminder of the cost of our freedom. And whereas in November 2018, the world will commemorate the 100th anniversary of the armistice that ended the fighting in World War I at 11 a.m., November 11th, 1918, the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month. Now therefore I, Charles D. Baker, Governor of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, do hereby proclaim November 11th, 2018 to be Veterans Day, and urge all the citizens of the Commonwealth to take cognizance of this event and participate fittingly in its observance. Given at the Executive Chamber in Boston, this 11th day of November in the year 2018, and of the independence of the United States of America, the 242nd, signed by His Excellency Charles D. Baker, Governor of the Commonwealth, Karen E. Polito, Lieutenant Governor of the Commonwealth, and William Francis Galvin, Secretary of the Commonwealth. May God save the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
I'd like to now introduce Town Administrator Mike McHugh. He's going to say a few words.
Good morning. First, I'd like to start by expressing the disappointment in each of the selectmen's on each of the selectmen's part. They extend their apologies for not being able to make it today. Between work commitments and personal commitments, they weren't able to make it, but they're here in spirit, and I bring you their greetings and their congratulations on yet another Veterans Day here in the town of Hanson. I'm going to be brief, which is a surprise, I guess. But in trying to come up with a few things to say today, I came across a quote that I think ties in very well with why we're here today. And that quote is, "The secret of happiness is freedom, and the secret of freedom is courage." And that was said back in 400 BC by an Athenian general called Thucydides. Now, the courage that's described in that quote is and was the courage shown by every man and every woman to don the uniform of the United States military. That courage is honored today and over this weekend, not by Veterans Day auto sales or department store discounts, but by gatherings just like this across the nation. It is actually that courage that allows us in a free America to indulge what I feel are the trivialities of this weekend. Today, here, is what counts on Veterans Day. I'm proud to have been invited to participate in this Veterans Day today and in the past, especially since I'm only a beneficiary of this courage and not one that displayed it. Thank you all very much for your service.
Thank you, Mike. I have one other thing that I'll pass on to the group. I had emailed the fire department, police department, all the churches in town. Secretary Urena had forwarded out a celebration, if you will, an observation for Veterans Day that is the tolling of the bells. And I'm not sure if you've heard of it, maybe you have, but on Sunday, actual Veterans Day at 11 a.m. on 11/11, the community will toll the bells 21 times in honor of the end of World War I. So I know St. Joseph the Worker Church will be tolling their bells, and some of the churches may have service and can't. But so you will hear in town the bells tolling, and that's in observation of Veterans Day on the 100th anniversary. So just so that you know, and we've joined in the Secretary's effort and as the town of Hanson in joining in on that. So that's something else. There will be some further announcements as well with some other folks coming to the podium. What we'd like to do now is recognize and honor each of the veterans. And I know there's some family members here as well, but for their service. We want to thank them for their service. So if August Silva could come up here, please. This is a certificate of recognition for a United States veteran for August Silva. It says, in appreciation of your tireless efforts and support of the United States Armed Forces, your dedication to our country and its military is commendable and an honorable addition to the fight for freedom throughout the world. Thank you, and it's signed by me, Timothy White, Veteran Service Officer for the town of Hanson. So, thank you, Mr. Silva. In addition, I'll be calling up Veteran one by one. In August, he's going to present the certificate of recognition to each of you. And if you want to take photos, feel free. But I'll call you up. Harold Davis. Thank you, sir. Oh, yep. William Walsh. Oh, we have a certificate for you. Somebody representing Dominic Paradiso Sr.
I don't think she's able to come today. It's his widow. We'll make certain. that she-
All right, oh, hold on. Ed Gronland.
And I don't think Ed made it.
All
I
right.
think he's out delivering meals to somebody else.
All right.
Bless him. So he'll be back.
That's all right. I think I saw Carol here. Belmiro Tavares Jr.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you.
Lisa Worth. This is in recognition of Joseph William Worth, killed in action.
She should not be considered anything between the two couples. We can talk, but don't handle anything between the two couples. If you want to have anything, handle. See, that's.
All right. Ernest Jutras. Thank you. Thank you. Thomas Butler.
I'm coming.
Thank you much.
George Copeland.
Thank you very much.
John Benusowitz.
Good luck to you with that.
Did I get it right? Oh, okay. Ted Coakley. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ed Weldon. Wayne Sear.
I don't think Wayne is here, I'm sorry.
No?
We'll make certain that he gets.
All right. Jim Richards. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you much.
Thank you. Thank you, John.
Robert White. Oh, there he is.
I figured if you could figure out the maze to come up, you get like an
Thank you. Al Supple. James Stewart.
The real James Stewart.
Thank you, sir. Emery Maddox.
I don't think he's here. We'll make certain that he gets that.
Can't see over. Dave King.
Thank you much for your service.
Bob Kendergan.
Yay, Nada.
Tom Anderson. There's a lot of them around.
Hey, Tom.
Very good. How you doing?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you much.
Larry Mills. John Barboza.
for your service, sir.
Thank you for your service. Clarence Walker. Mark Morocco.
He's not here right now, couldn't make it.
All right.
I'll bring it up to him.
Okay. Angelo D'Agostino.
Angelo.
Frank Mazzella. Good morning. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Sam Hammond. Mr. Hammond, thank you. Thank you much, Sam. Donald Howard. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Joseph Marsden.
Put that with the other one, Dan, from Morocco.
I know this guy's here. Paul Finch. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. You're welcome. Bill O'Brien. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much for your service. Thank you again. Peter Travellini. Thank you. Thank you very much for your service. Doug Squires. Thank you, Doug. Thank you very much. Alan Camo. Thank you, sir. That's the last. Is there anybody that we missed? Is there any surprise guests? Robert Buckley.
Thank you for your service. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
To all of you, I just want to, again, I want to extend kind of a wholehearted thanks for all of your service. I join with you as well. I believe we had a member of every service represented here today. It really is a snapshot of the community of Hanson. And I just, one final time from me to you, I want to thank you for all that you've given for the nation. Thank you again. Right now, I'm going to invite August Silver to stand, and he's got an announcement or two to make. So,
For August Silver not to say anything, that's a surprising thing, right? As retired teachers. Okay, as you all can hear me. Those who cannot hear me, raise your hand. Oh, great. Okay, I have an announcement today. This is for Hanson American Legion Post, 226 on Robinson Street. On Sunday, very special day, Veterans Day, so it's the 11th month, 11th day, and at the 11th hour, there'll be a free breakfast for the veterans. Free for the veterans. Others will have to pay $50. I mean, not maybe I just read that. $5. $5. We'll give you a break. And the time is to be from 9 to 12, okay? So all are welcome. So please think about it, and great to see you there on Sunday. Yeah. Thank you. Have a good one.
hey, before we depart, we have some other things. Mary is going to introduce the next group.
Before I introduce the next of our chorus, I'd like to ask Donna Curry to come up. Donna is a wonderful volunteer here at the Senior Center and our poet laureate. So, Donna.
Okay, this is very short. I have many veterans in my family as well, past and present. So this is what I wrote. Here are our veterans from all walks of life who defended our country in times of peace and strife. We honor you today with the highest respect. We know what you have sacrificed, and we will never forget. Thank you from all of us to all of you. Thank you.
Now I would like to introduce our swingin' singers. They're always here to perform our military songs for all of us to enjoy. So, Lorraine Lantini and the Swingin' Singers.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is our honor to be here for you to celebrate this day. We're not only from Hanson, we're from surrounding towns, so these people are here to celebrate you too as well. I would like to start by the Star Spangled
Whose bright stripes and bright stars through the
well. We thank you for your service, and we're happy to see you here. Okay, ready? We salute you again. Thank you. All the Army, men and women, stand up. Okay, anybody from the Marines? Very good. All right, we have the Marines today. Ready? Yeah. Last year, me and Rosemary had to step up because there was no Marines. Our husbands were in the Marines, so we represented the Marines. Thank you for representing the Marines today. Okay, now we're going to go on to Army. Would everybody from the Army stand up? Air Force, sorry. Air Force. Army Air Force, but we have Okay. We salute you, we thank you for your service, and believe me, I wouldn't want to be up there at the time of war. Okay, are we ready? Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sky. Here he comes, soon to meet our thunder. At the boys, give him a gun, give him a gun. Now, off we come, turning a blink from under. Off with one terrible roar. We live in faith, no go down in faith. Ain't nothing can stop the Army Air Corps. Coast Guard.
That's me.
That was my friend too, Frank Turner. So, Coast Guard. Ready? We salute you. Thank you. That's all. We place our trust in thee. Through our years and shot and shell, to
Does the CD have this one?
The CDs?
We've got one here.
Oh, do you have one?
They do have one, but you guys don't have it.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll get it to you next year.
Listen, stand up. We salute you. Sorry, you have right here. Okay, we're going to start.
For our land so fair, as we wait.
may receive a maybe about the senior center. Come and visit us. We'd love to see you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mary. And that concludes the ceremony. I want to thank the Senior Center, Mary Collins and her staff for hosting, and the singers. Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Thank you all for coming. Don't be strangers.
Sunday American Legion breakfast, 9 a.m. to noon. I'll be at the bar.